this evening for the Power Chat series, a pre-show, meaning tune in if you want to hear the next event that you should be going to. It's Point Fighter Live approved, the Ancient City Championship USA Sport Karate Tournament. Here we have promoter David Sklar. David, how are you doing today?
I am doing great, Isabel. How are you?
Good, and it's nice to finally kind of do a one-on-one interview here. I've done plenty of USA Sport Karate event post shows, but let's get right into it. It's coming up, the Ancient City Championship, August 26th. How are you feeling about the event ahead of it?
Oh, excited. It's actually exceeded our expectations. The number of athletes is way more than we could imagine for the first time being back in North Florida. The competition is going to be awesome. I'm really excited to get back to it. It's been a long summer.
Let's get into the nuts and bolts. So it's August 26th, coming up soon. We're still in the pre-registration period. Tell people more about that.
So this is the final week of regular pre-registration. Okay, so you can still save money if you register by this Saturday. In fact, if you register by this Saturday, you're going to save probably $25 off the average registration fee. So it's really worth getting it done. If you're planning on coming, there's no need to wait. Just do it.
The platform is MyUventix, so it's an easy, user-friendly platform that you would go through. Now, tell me more. North Florida, what's the venue and the location looking like?
It's Mill Creek Academy in St. Augustine. For those of you, I know you all love sport karate. If you're watching this, or if you're coming up, you already love sport karate. But we love to do things sometimes in destinations. So it's the Ancient City Championship because that is what the city of St. Augustine is known as. It is the oldest city in the United States, and it is fun as heck. If you haven't been there, it would be a great place to come. First, go Friday night and see Justin Ortiz, work out with Justin, then come compete with us on Saturday, and then spend Saturday evening in St. Augustine in the historic district. It's a lot of fun.
Talk to me about this seminar offered by Justin Ortiz the Friday before.
So most of you have to know who Justin Ortiz is. Former Team Paul Mitchell, world champion fighter. And a lot of people don't know this. He's just an all-around awesome martial artist. His from forms and weapons, but he's known for his fighting. And he's going to have a 2-hour seminar. Actually, he's going to have two 2-hour seminars. One is going to be for fighting, and then the other one is going to be if someone has an interest in maybe breaking into Hollywood in the stunt end of things, and he's going to do a stunt seminar as well. And for those of you who's a fan of Cobra Kai, that's one of the shows that Justin was on, and he's been on numerous shows as a stunt performer and coordinator.
And can people register for this seminar on MyUventix as well?
They can, and there's also a link on the flyer that you're showing there. And if anybody has any questions or is having any issues trying to get registered, the email and the phone number on there is actually my phone number directly.
Awesome. Okay, a direct line. Now, this tournament is challenging competitors in new ways. We talked a little bit about grand champions and taking it to the next level. Tell me more about what people can expect in that arena.
So for those of you who have been around USA Sport Karate for a while, we usually run just point fighting grands at regular tournaments. Well, as a way of bring ourselves to North Florida, we're going to have a traditional weapons and traditional forms grand champion at this event, black belts. We're going to have CMX for extreme and creative forms and weapons. And we're going to have our regular point fighting. That's all for juniors. And then for adults, we're going to have a weapons grand, a forms grand, and men and women point fighting as well. And we do double elimination point fighting. We are the home of double elimination point fighting. So you're going to get at least 2 fights when you come to us, and hopefully a lot more than that.
And because you said that this has exceeded expectations in terms of registration and the talent that's going to come, what can people expect in terms of maybe some of the big names they like to watch as spectators and people who like to see great fights? Are there any people in particular?
Well, Isabel, I don't have exact names.
Okay.
But I can tell you that the people that the spectators come to watch are their kids. So I can tell you that we have a lot of athletes registered. I can tell you that we have a lot for our people who have so graciously supported from our normal events down here in Central Florida, South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to love this because since we're in St. Augustine, we've got a lot of new people coming up, new schools that are coming into USA Sport Karate. So we're excited for that. You're going to have some different competition. So I hope you have your A game on. If you're coming up from the Orlando area or Miami, I hope you're bringing your A game. Don't be bringing B. B's not going to win.
That's, it's refreshing because in terms of expanding and growing the circuit, Florida is a big state and there are a lot of great competitors. Going into the North Florida territory, what made you decide that this was the time to do this?
Well, first of all, we have an awesome promoter up there, new promoter to us, Jose Leno, who has been around forever. And they're our host school, Lions Den Karate in St. Augustine. He's been around USA Sport Karate for a long time, and he's one of our best referees, always super supportive. And he's thought about having an event in a while, so we kind of pushed it a little bit and said, let's just do it. Mm-hmm. Let's do it. We've been there before in our other organizations. And then there's no sport karate competition in Jacksonville, St. Augustine. There's nothing there. There used to be a league. They're gone. North Florida, be ready because there's a league there now. USA Sport Karate is there. We're going to provide you with great sport karate competition.
Which is so important because people are hungry. They're hungry to compete, and you guys are really providing that service. Part of it also is everybody can expect the same quality at USA Sport Karate events, regardless of where they go. Talk to our viewers about how you're feeling with judges and the logistics of the tournament.
Sure. So, again, we're grateful. We have a lot of our schools are coming up from here. Mm-hmm. So that means our referees are coming, are already trained and certified. But we've also going into a new area. So we did a certification at Mr. Leno's school to certify some more referees. And we'll be hosting more as we expand into that area. We will actually be hosting more referee certifications. But we should be good for this event.
All right. How many USA Sport Karate is in sport karate tournaments in a year?
I'd have to pull out our schedule. I had my here's our to give you an idea. You see how packed that is?
Yeah, it's crowded.
That's next year's. We're already prepared for next year. But I want to tell you that it was probably 15 events of our own, and then we also we offer event management and sanctioning to more independent events as long as they're willing to stay to our standards. Mm-hmm. If they're not willing, we're not willing to sanction an event that's not willing to do anything to our standards. We expect, I should say our athletes and their families, when they come to a USA Sport Karate event, that needs to look the same wherever they go. And that, what I mean by that, it needs to be run excellent. The officiating may not be perfect. It never is. Nobody thinks it is, but it's really good. We have awesome officials. We have such great staff. And when you come in the event, it'll look the same. It'll smell the same. The divisions are the same. They're run the same. And if there's 6 rings or 8 rings, the rules are the same in each ring. It's not like where you go to some events and if there's 20 rings, there's 20 different sets of rules happening. There's consistency. There's integrity because our people are dedicated. They're committed, and we prepare. We work so many hours during the week preparing on a constant basis.
Now, you're expecting people to come up from Central and South Florida, hopefully for Justin's seminar, because it sounds like a great deal, especially if people are interested in breaking into an industry or just want to try it out. That would mean that a hotel would be helpful. Do you have a hotel that you recommend?
We do. There's a Holiday Inn, and unfortunately, I don't have the link to give you right here in a second, but I can certainly get that to you. And if you go out on Facebook, the link is out on our Facebook page as well.
And when you say link, does that mean that people can say they're here for the Ancient City Championship and there's a block room rate?
Exactly. There's a special rate that they can actually hit the link and they can set up their room if they want to.
Those are so helpful. I mean, going to karate tournaments and traveling, just even a couple bucks off your hotel room for the night is another meal that you can put towards before competition. So those are really helpful deals.
Everything helps, right? You know, maybe one day you don't have to eat ramen noodles.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, we are just a week out from the Ancient City Championship. Registration, to reiterate, still open to get a discount. People will be able to register at the door, I'm assuming, but it's important to register early. How does that help you as a promoter?
Well, you know something, we have the best floor coordinator in the industry. My partner Jeremy is the best floor coordinator in the tournament industry. Any other tournament promoters, if you're listening to this, I would say it to your face as well. You can learn something here. Okay. But what happens is it becomes a science. Mm-hmm. So as we have those pre-registration numbers in, we can set a schedule that means that when you get there in your session time, you're going to compete on time and not sit around all day and waiting to compete. When you know that you're in session one, you're going to be in session one, and we're going to take care of you in a motivating, fun, and efficient manner. And it's been shocking for some people when they come to one of our events, because they'll show up and they're late. And they're like, oh, my forms division ran already. Well, you're here at 10 o'clock. It's supposed to start at 9. And mm-hmm. They said, yeah, but they never start on time. I said, we do. Mm-hmm. We start on time, people. And now our people show up on time, and you don't have to take your whole day to do your competition. And we want you to enjoy St. Augustine as well.
Awesome. Okay. And I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to do. Explore that downtown historic city. So a definite perk of the location. More to come for USA Sport Karate. Awesome. All right, David.
And there's a Buc-ee's there.
There's what?
A Buc-ee's.
Oh, is that the famous travel?
Yeah, the Beaver place.
Okay, all right. I've only seen those on social media, so that would be a fun thing for people to stop at.
I see we have people here from New York and Texas that weighed in.
Yeah. Hello from New York and hello from Texas. I mean, it's only what's the closest airport?
So the closest airport would be Jacksonville.
Jacksonville? All right.
Jacksonville. And then Orlando's about 2.5 hours away. But Jacksonville Airport is, a half hour.
Okay. All right. Good for people to know if they wanted to take a nice trip right before school starts, summer vacation, get a good bang to the summer and take home a win, hopefully, at USA Sport Karate. Okay, David, thank you so much for coming on the Power Chat series. And everybody watching, get those registrations in and come out for that seminar, the Ancient City Championship.
It's going to be fun.
Awesome. All right. Have a great night. And I hope you enjoy the show.
All right. Thank you.
All right.